here, and Naughty Dog has just released patch 1.08, and I want to show you some of the changes that Naughty Dog has implemented into the multiplayer. So first things first, in terms of the leveling system, they actually finally added a leveling system, which was a big kind of like question as to why Naughty Dog didn't implement this in the first place when the game came out. So now, at the time I picked this up on level 1, so I haven't played this game since the patch came out, until today, so. And as for the ranking system, your rank has been reset for the ranked team deathmatch, and they implemented like sort of a season like thing. I don't know how long it lasts, but that right there, the amount of days left in a season looks absolutely deceptive, because that is a lot of days, and there's 365 days in a year, and try dividing that shit by that number over there and see how absurd that is. So there's no way that's fucking accurate. So anyways, your rank has been reset. I was, if I remember correctly, like a diamond 2 or 3 before the patch came out. So they also gave you like a bunch of bonus relics, which I didn't show you guys. Depending on where you ranked, you'll get a certain amount of relics. I think I got like 250 or something around like that. Just for being ranked higher than the rest of these scrubs on this multiplayer. What else am I going to do? Oops, did not mean to do that. What else am I going to do? Of course, because now Naughty Dog introduced new weapons into the system. So first off, there's the Arrowhead A3C, which is kind of like the hybrid version of one of the assault rifles plus the Copperhead. It's kind of like a hybrid between them. I'll show you in the gameplay afterwards, after I've done explaining all this. The Enforcer G26, which is honestly my new favorite pistol. I'll show you why in a minute. There's also the P90. Yes, they added the P90. And there's the Agarwal. I have no idea how to pronounce it. We'll just call it the 40 cal pistol. But that pistol it's kind of like the 9mm with the revolver. 9mm plus revolver. Let's just call it like that. It's a hybrid between them. And they also added a new mystical called the Path of Indra, which I'm honestly not looking forward to that. I'm a little bit concerned about how that is going to get implemented by the community over time once this patch is over with. So I'm not looking forward to that. I'm a little bit concerned about that, but I'll tell you why in a minute. Since there's a new mystical, there's going to be a new trial. So yeah, there's a new trial for you to do. So that's 300 free relics for you if you completed it all from moderate to crushing. So be sure to do that, because that's free 300 relics for you. So I'll go ahead and show, and it's also a new map also. It's called Sunken Ruins. It's actually pretty cool. I'll show you. It's pretty cool. There's definitely a lot of water involved, so there's going to be a lot of swimming mechanics and a lot of water flanking involved in this map, so I'll show you. And Naughty Dog also like patched up a lot of glitches and also fixed a lot of things, which is to be expected. But to be honest, knowing Naughty Dog, there's probably going to be like newer problems, because every patch seems to like just making new holes for whatever the goddamn reason. So.
You know a good thing when you see it.
I don't know why that happens with Naughty Dog, but it's a very common trend when it comes to their games, especially in the multiplayer. But I digress. So right here is, I'm gonna be using the arrowhead, as I like to call it. Yes, the arrowhead. So it's from the starting off point, it has a pretty giant clip capacity from what it looks like. So let's see how many bullets that is. Now as you can see, the recoil is actually not too shabby. Oh, that looks like a 40 round burst, like a 40 or 30 rounds per clip, which is pretty amazing. I would go for a giant clip capacity any day. And also, I think this is the Enforcer over here. Yeah, this is the Enforcer. It has a 15 size clip capacity as a starting start, but there's obviously going to be modifications that you can unlock. And there's also going to be new hero weapons that you can unlock because of getting these new weapons. So for those of you who like to make hero weapon chest opening videos, good luck with that, because you're going to be making a lot more of those from now on. But I really like this pistol. Like, this pistol is extremely similar to the Para 49 pistol. And if you know me, I like to use the Para 49 pistol a lot, because that's my favorite pistol in the game. And if you watch me play, or if you see me play, you'll see that I do a lot of silenced pistol only matches. Like, I do a ton of those. That just shows you how much I love this fucking pistol. And honestly, right now, this may take over that spot. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure how that works. But I'll think about it. Like, it's really getting. I'm really considering it right now. I may have to test the damage output to see what the difference is in terms of damage output. How much is different from the Para 45, and I'll probably do a comparison video, but we'll see. But onto the map itself. As you can see, there's a lot of explosive barrels over here that can open up new gateways over here. And you can still shoot them down, but if you blow open the red explosive barrel over here, which I accidentally shot, you can open up new gateways over here. And there's also another one on the other side of this map, if I am correct. Yes, there is. There is another one over here. And I'm not sure how these, like, I don't know how far it will be to actually kill someone with these things, because I'm sure you can, but I'm not sure what the blast radius on that thing is to consider how far it is to actually down somebody with that. And if you go up, there's just going to be this little walkway over here, which there's going to be rope. There's going to be a lot of roping here also. And I also kind of like this. This little sign right here, you can actually take cover behind it. And you can actually shoot people over here. And if you have a grenade, you have a good grenade throw, you can do that. Well, I just threw a revive pack, but I'm just saying. If you have like a grenade or a C4, you can throw it over there. If there's like a firefight over here, you can actually throw stuff over here. Same thing for the other side. You actually vault over here also. Plus you can climb down here also and not let your pistol get exposed like that. So you can also climb down here just in case to get your health back if you're really into that sort of thing. For this part of the map, there's not much really here. There's this close quarter areas over here. There might be a couple firefights, but this is a new map, so I'm not sure where all the high traffic area routes are going to be. And there's going to be a lot of water here. A lot of water in this level, so just keep that in mind as we go through this map. And over here, and I'm assuming this is where a lot of the firefights are going to happen. And there's also rope vantage points over here. You can actually double swing over here. Do that. Same thing the other way. There's another explosive barrel over here, which I didn't realize until a couple moments ago. So that could be useful if somebody is about to walk over you. Maybe set it as a trap for your opponents. But you also want to be very careful yourself that you don't want to be standing next to that thing. So just a fair warning there. There's also this little underground area, which is a pretty good flanking spot for people that are not paying attention to what's below you, because it seems to me a lot of firefights are going to happen on these walkways over here. So it might be a good flanking spot if people are not paying attention. And this also could be a good sniping position also, for those of you snipers out there that like to snipe and do that sort of thing. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the arrowhead, as you can actually zoom in and out of it. And the scope looks just like the Metler scope. So you can zoom in and out just like the Metler. So. And this is one of the treasure spawns over here. And there is a lake over here, and there's also another roping. So somebody's swimming down there, and there's a square prompt. You can actually rope attack people in the water, which will be very fun for those of you who like to do rope attacks. And for this side of the map, there's not much to it except this little area with where the treasure I just picked up. There's not much to it. There's two rope areas, or actually 3 if you count the one next to the water. There's 3 rope areas that you can rope here to traverse along the map very quickly. And as for the center of the map, this is where it gets interesting. So right here, you'll notice that there's 2 waterways over here that you can swim through on each side. And you actually dive underwater to evade oncoming gunfire if you're in a tight situation in here. And by the way, you cannot climb on top of this bookcase. I have tried, and I'm pretty sure you can't do it. Yeah, you can. And I don't know why there's this little piece of cover right here when you can just take a cover behind the bookcase over here. And there's also in the middle area where a giant hole in the ground is, where water is also. So it's a pretty decent flanking route. If people aren't paying attention down here, you can actually sneak up behind people and get the drop on them that way. And as for underwater, you can see how useful it can be to flank people from each side just simply by swimming underwater. Because even then, a lot of the maps on Uncharted 4 don't feature this a lot. So this is one of the first few maps that actually highlights the importance of using the water as a flanking maneuver. And if you notice here, there is actually a little bit of a tunnel over here that you can swim through. And this leads you back to that lake area that I just showed you earlier. Right here. So it could be a decent flanking maneuver, or to get out the line of fire if people do expect you over there or you've been spotted. And you can jump over here and swim through there to get into this courtyard over here. Or actually, this is the, if you play the campaign, this is, I think, the library section. The library section from the campaign, for those of you who've played that part, or gone through that part just yet. Same thing for that route over there. And for the other side, I think it's the same thing on both sides, except there's a giant hole over here that just, so it doesn't exactly mirror each other's sides. So it doesn't exactly mirror, but you can still swim through here. Don't be deceived by the flowing water. It's not like a current or anything, so you won't get like swept through here. You can literally just swim right back out like that, so you don't have to worry about anything. And there's nothing behind this waterfall, by the way. Just saying, there's really nothing behind here. I guess maybe if you're like a character that's wearing all white, maybe you can camouflage into the water. I don't know. I haven't tried that yet. But yeah, tell me if it works. So I'll be glad to know, because I am using Elena with the all white, So the water isn't deep enough over here that you can swim, so don't be deceived by that also. You can't swim over here. But, I think that's about it for this map. I don't think I missed anything crucial or like a good view of anything here, so it's definitely gonna take a couple times, just like any other map. Oh, and by the way, there's an explosive barrel over here. So there's like 4 explosive barrels on here that you didn't see. There's one over here that I just shot earlier, and I don't think I missed anything. If I missed anything, please let me know, because this is literally the first day this map came out, so. I'll leave it at that. So, what else is new, you may ask? Well, there's certainly a lot of cosmetic stuff that Naughty Dog just added. I'll show you. Where is it? I'll just go to the store. So from the store, you can see that there are 3 new chests that you can open, and they're pretty pricey, but hey, it's DLC. What do you expect? So there's a DLC vanity chest, there's a DLC gameplay chest, and there's the DLC premium vanity chest. So in order to get all the new stuff, if you don't want to spend like actual money on these things, you're gonna have to work your way a lot in order to unlock these. I haven't opened one yet, so I have no idea what they contain or how many items they will actually contain if you open one. So there's a lot more bundles and shit in here. Also, if you're into that sort of thing, go right ahead. And also, since there's new weapons involved, that means there are going to be new hero weapon chests, like I mentioned earlier. So if you want to make another hero weapon chest opening video, go right ahead. You're going to be making a lot more of those, I guarantee you. And here are all the new stuff that they added. There's also a lot of new boosters that I'll see, that you'll see. I'll show them to you what they do. But yeah, something like enhanced radar, gunslinger, hardened, and gifting. Those are the new ones. And oh shit, I forgot to show you the P90 and what the Agarwal looks like. I'll show you that in a minute. And the Harbinger Sniper, that is pretty interesting. I don't use purchase weapons, but for those of you who actually like to use purchasables, this sniper rifle, if you played The Last of Us, I think this is what Naughty Dog is trying to do, trying to implement the, what's it called, the military sniper into this multiplayer. I think that's what they're trying to make for this. It's a 2-shot down, obviously a one shot down to the head. It's a shame that it's not like a 1-shot KO to the head. Like if it's an instant kill, like your opponent doesn't go into a down state, like they just instantly die. I would like for that to be put on the Harbinger Sniper. But the arrowhead, I already mentioned what that does. The Path of Injure, I'll show you when I do the trial. I'll show you what that does. It's actually interesting, but at the same time, I'm kind of little bit concerned of what that will be like down the road. And there's a lot of new skins also. And for whatever reason, every character got like a prison outfit of some kind. Like, I don't know why that is, but Naughty Dog just somehow likes people in prison clothes for some reason. I don't know. And there's also a lot of pirate themed stuff. I mean, the DLC is the Lost Treasures. That's what their theme is for this DLC, so it's pretty appropriate that they put the pirate costumes in there also. There's a lot of stuff that I'm probably gonna miss, but if you're into that sort of thing, like if you want to customize your characters and all that, new stuff, go right ahead. But If you want to purchase the new stuff, you're gonna have to spend it on like the DLC vanity chest, not the regular one. I think the regular one will still give you all like the non-DLC stuff. The premium vanity chest will give you like preset outfits and all that, and all like the pirate costumes and stuff. Those will give you that. For the triple pack thing, I know a lot of people are questioning if it's actually worth it or not. I personally don't think it's worth it, but this is what the first thing will come with, the P90, the gifting, some skins and all that. I personally don't think it's worth it, but hey, if you want to, go right ahead. If you've already purchased the triple pack, you got this for free. You literally got the P90 and the gifting booster for free. This is the one that's pretty interesting. It costs 2,600 points to buy this, so it basically unlocks all the new weapons, all the new boosters, and the new mystical. That's around 20 bucks ish. If you're converting the points into actual American dollars, that's about 20 bucks. So, but if you don't want to, like I said, you're gonna have to purchase the DLC gameplay chest. That's the only way that you can unlock them. Otherwise, you're gonna have to use actual money for that. I'm gonna. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you what the P9 does, what it looks like, and how it works. I already like the arrowhead and the enforcer. I like those two. I don't think I see myself using the P90 or the other pistol a lot, but I'll still show you what it does anyways.
I'm a little better than the average hired gun.
So as you can see from the bottom there, the P90 has a huge fucking clip capacity. And it also has, I think this is now the highest fire rate of any weapon in the game. The Fossa may still have it, but I'm not too sure about that. But look at this. That fire rate is fucking insane. But obviously, with a high fire rate, it's gonna do very little damage per bullet. So the recoil isn't that bad for the P90. Also, it's a 50 round clip capacity for each one, assuming you didn't manually reload prior to that. But the only thing I'm concerned about for people is people blind firing. Like, that can be a little bit concerning for me because I dislike blind fire in general. So, or hip firing as they call it, as some of you might call it, hip firing. I just call it straight up blind firing. But yeah, any gun with a high rate of fire is very concerning for me in terms of blind firing potential. I mean, people are still blind firing with the XCR. People are still blind firing with what's it called? Any of the assault rifles, the Copperhead, any gun that has a fast rate of fire. So this is the I won't even say the fucking name from now on. The 40 cal pistol. So. It has a 10 round magazine, and if you notice, it has a pretty similar fire rate to the Jackal revolver. It has a pretty high it has obviously a high damage output, so, and the recoil is a bit concerning, but it is still I think it's still manageable. But obviously you want to upgrade this thing's clip capacity once you actually get this gun. You want to upgrade the clip capacity, and you also maybe want to reduce the recoil of this gun if you have the loadout points to spend it on. If you actually want to use this gun, of course. I don't see myself personally using it. I prefer the Enforcer gun because I like semi-automatic fast fire rate pistols. I'm that kind of person. And this is another treasure spawn right here. But the P90, it's alright. I have to see it more for myself, obviously, to see how people use it. and see how the community reacts to it, how the community overall affects the game using this gun. Hey, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's literally day 1 of the fucking patch, so we will have to see for ourselves. And a little bit of minor stuff, and also a little bit of minor stuff that I'll show you also. They obviously added the 2 new preset loadouts for the DLC weapons, obviously, because if you want to buy the freaking guns, or if you don't want to, here you go. But now I'll show you some of the more littlest things that Naughty Dog changed. When I've noticed that mark on damage 3 is now costs 5 loadout points. I believe it was 4 the previous, so they amped that. And also where is it? Marking 3 is now 5 loadout points also, because your enemies are outlined, so. And enemies near are also marked. I may have to start using this now instead of mark on damage 3, because that's a little bit more expensive. It costs 1 extra loadout point, which could be used for something else. So I may have to change up my loadouts now. So as for the new boosters, here's enhanced radar. Increases your radar range by 20%. Increase your radar range by 50%. And it also shows directional arrows when enemies fire unsilenced weapons, and that costs 4 loadout points. I don't see myself using it because I'm not a person that relies on the radar too much. Excuse me. I don't see myself using the radar, exploiting it all that much. I just go running around and kill people. So here's Gunslinger. Swap weapons 50% faster. Reload your weapon 10% faster while rolling. Personally, that doesn't really benefit me at all. I reload too many times anyways when I'm not in firefights, so I don't have to worry about all that. Plus, swapping your weapons only means if you run out of ammo for one gun and you have to swap to another. That honestly doesn't really apply to me because I never find myself in those situations, so I'm personally not going to use this one. Hardened. This one is very interesting. This one is the first booster that reduces damage wobble. That's one complaint about from the community, is that damage wobble is way too fucking high for this game. So I'm glad they addressed that, and they also put a booster in there. Naughty Dog said they controlled the damage wobble a little bit, so I'll have to take their word for it. I'm not sure if that actually is true or not. But I'll see. But we'll see. Hardened, damage wobble reduced by 35%. I don't know how much that is. I mean, if you're a sniper, this is obviously the best booster for you to use. I mean, if you're using the Mazer or the M14, or maybe if you're using the FAL, which I'm a FAL user, by the way, and so this can obviously apply to me. Damage wobble reduced by 35% could be pretty good if you're scoped in a lot, but in close quarter fights, you're not going to be scoped in a lot, especially if you're using stuff like the Copperhead, or using the FAL non-scoped. So, gifting. This one is like a homage to the gifting from The Last of Us, the gift perk from that. So, press R3 or the right thumbstick on the ally within 6 meters to give them a gear recharge. Recharges after 105 seconds. This one is, but it's honestly pretty expensive. I mean, you have 6 loadout points to use gifting 3, but I honestly think gifting 2 is good enough. Just because you can hold an additional charge already. It recharges after 75 seconds. Like, who really has time to waste all that? Unless you're sticking with the group, fine, but you're honestly wasting a loadout point just to upgrade just a tiny bit on that. So if you're into that sort of thing, like if you're a team player, if you're sticking with your teammates a lot, you know, being support, and providing extra stuff for your teammates, go right ahead. This perk is for you. What else did they change? I'm trying to think right now on the top of my head. They changed Farmer to a lot of shit, but I don't use that, so that doesn't really apply to me. I don't think they changed much else. Your weapon mods will show up on your gun now, so the mods that you use for the gun that you're using will show up on the left side of the screen when you're playing in a match. They'll show up, and I'm not sure if they'll show up when someone killed you, like see what mods they're using on their gun. Like I'm not sure if that will happen. I'm pretty sure it will, but I'm gonna have to see for myself because I haven't played a match since the patch came out. What else? What else did we miss? We need to show you the I forgot to show you what the mystical does, so let's just do one of the trials. Because that's a very good way to test out new shit. Just remember to do all the trials, because they literally give you free relic points. This thing apparently teleports you to your teammates, so you can already see what the problems this might resolve. Like, if somebody's in a if you're in a firefight with somebody and they just pull out the Path of Indra like magically and just teleport away from you, could be very frustrating, much like the smoke bomb from Uncharted 3. So, a little bit concerned about what this thing can do. Little bit concerned. Alright, I'm honestly not going to complete the trial, but right now, all you have to do is aim at somebody, aim at one of your teammates, and you'll just teleport right to them. So it's particularly useful on someone when they're in a down state, but at the same time, if your enemy sees you doing that, you're going to be a little bit of trouble. But there's also a mod for this thing, from what I've seen. There's a mod for this that allows you to revive people as soon as you teleport onto them, which is pretty fucking ridiculous. But I'm sure it costs a lot of loadout points for that, so.
That felt good.
It's weird how the screen actually zooms out. Like, when you're trying to teleport, it's kind of weird, but... And it's just telling me how to purchase more, which I pretty much know how to do that already.
Yeah, you're done.
I wonder what revives will do for this trial. Will it actually do anything?
That was too close.
You can actually aim people at steady. Right there. I just immediately teleported to people.
Really needed that.
So it could be pretty useful if you have, like, Helping Hands 3 or something that you can revive people faster. Or if you have a med pack.
That's it for you. Oh shit.
So, and you have to be a fair distance away from it. Like, you can't just do
Not
it.
going out like this.
Like, obviously you're not gonna want to waste it,
Hey,
but
thanks.
for the purpose of this trial, I'm honestly just fucking around right now, so I'm not actually trying to complete the trial over here. I'm just trying to show off what it can actually do. But I think I'll just actually complete it anyways, because we're actually halfway done. So, scratch that, we're actually gonna complete it. I might as well pick up all these treasures over here, because you do need to get money after all. Oh, it looks like the treasure's down there. And I think we're pretty much
Don't quit on me
this.
now.
Hey, thanks.
So that's basically what it does. So, but yeah, the one thing I am concerned about is how much this thing will be used, and honestly, how much this thing will get like milked to shit by the community. But I think that's it. I think I've covered everything that there is to cover in for the patch. So yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I missed anything. Let me double check just to be sure. Yeah, I don't think I missed anything, to be honest with you. And you people actually get to see what my loadouts are. So there you go. There's like yeah, but there's like cosmetic shit that there's a lot to go over. Like there's new skins and all that. If you're into that sort of thing, go ahead. I'm sticking with my golden guns because I like my golden guns. And I think that is it, guys. So thanks for watching, and I will see you online. So peace out, people.